motion as well. So we are all over. So waiting a little second to make sure that everything is connected. I can see somebody already in the meeting. I think it is working. I'm double checking to make sure everything is working. All right, I think it is working, which is absolutely fantastic. Okay, so let me cut that and then let me check the streaming monitor because I do everything in this house and this is what I say every week, but I do everything here. I make sure that the connection is good, that the readings are done, and I'm kind of like in the middle of everything here, doing everything. And I think, it's really great when you can do just control everything and be able to do so. Okay, I can see we're everywhere on Facebook, on everywhere, all around the galaxy. People can watch us. Okay, so it's working here, which is really cool. Okay, I'm going to put that small, then I can see myself. All right, and then I can tell you what it is about. So this is the RTWM Tarot Live every Sunday at noon. People can connect with me and ask me questions about love, work, money, destiny, anything you really want to know about your life. And especially right now, because it's 2020, but just for a few days. Who knows what's going to happen in 2021? This is the best place to be to ask all your questions. I am Raphaël Pathé, the world's medium. I've been doing tarot reading for 30 years all around the world. And I'm also a medium, so I connect with spirits. I can connect to all these dimensions and get the answers you need. And we connect with spirits as well. But today we're more focused on the tarot, the astrology, and I'm here to answer your questions. So basically, you can either enter the Zoom, and to enter the Zoom meeting, and we're going to see some of our guests very soon, you just type theworldsmedium.com/live shows. There will be a link there. You can click on it and connect with me and enter in the meeting. We're all together. It's a lot of fun. Sometimes we laugh, sometimes we cry a little bit, but you can ask your question and it's a lot of fun. Of course, you can watch the show on youtube.com/RaphaelPsychic and subscribe because, of course, the more subscribers I have, the more videos I can do, and I can keep this show for free and do more and more and more and more. And having you as a subscriber, it just makes my heart. It's a great present for me. So I hope you will subscribe to my channel. And then I'm going to start telling you about astrology. I forgot to say that you can type in your question under the Zoom, the YouTube window or the Facebook window or the Twitter. Anything you see, whenever you see my face right now, you can type in your question and then I will get it on a special chat and I will answer to your question. So now let me get some guests into the room anyway, because they are here. And then I'm going to tell you a little more about astrology, what is going on this week for you and every sign, and see what is going on. So first of all, I wanted to welcome Adiba and Amish. I will talk to them in a bit of time. But right now, I'm going to tell you about astrology. What is happening for all our signs: Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. Let's see what's going to happen for you this week. So for Aries this week, I picked the Amethyst cards. So it's very much about meditation. Maybe it's a week for you to just sit down and see what you want, what you really want for 2021, connect with other dimensions and just see, maybe, it's a good time to swim, take a bath with Himalayan salt, or just, reconnect, put some incense at home, listen to Tibetan bowls, sounds as well. There's a lot of very cool videos you can find out there. Listen to that type of music and meditate. And then we have the Taurus. So this week for Taurus, we have, the rose quartz. It's very much about reconnecting with the child inside of you. The child. Which child are you, and how was it when you were a child? So we connect with that. Please the child inside of you. Please your heart, and maybe also connect with other children around you. And sometimes around Christmas season, you still see, you see the children. You go to parties and and events, and there's a lot of children out there. So it's a moment to the child is a star of your week, basically, Taurus. And now we're going to talk about Gemini. So Gemini this week, it's the moment to reconnect to the past life. Where do you come from? What were you in a past life? Were you a king? Were you a clean lady? Were you like an aviator? Whatever you were, it is the moment to reconnect. And meditation is very good for that. And sometimes it really can tell you why you're here. Why are you a human again? There must be something in the past life that motivated for you to reincarnate in that one life, that one human you are right now. Why is this? You can reconnect on the past life, and this is the message for you this week, Gemini. And then we have Cancer. This week, it seems to be a little bit of a transition for you, like a transformational kind of passage for you. So it might be a bit of a tough week because it may go from A to B, Basically, that's what's happening anyway this week with the new year. So you're transitioning and it's a little bit hard. It's change is hard for you. And this week it feels a bit like challenging. You don't want to change. It's like something has to change, but you don't want it to change, but you have to change. So you have to be a little bit careful with that and be prepared for change. And then we have the Leo, who's going to be happy because the Leo has the ruby, you know, which is the shine crystal. So you're at the middle of everything. Get ready to party and to enjoy this week. I think it's going to be your new year. It's going to be a fabulous week for you. You're back in place where you belong, the center of the attention for everyone, the Leo. Oh. And then we have the Virgo. So Virgo this week, reconnect with where you come from, chill out a little bit, sit down, you know, and reconnect with what you know already, what you feel, what you know, where you come from. Just sit down, reconnect this week. It's not the moment to go too crazy. And then we have the Libra. So Libra, this week, you might start to learn something new and consider maybe a new knowledge, reading a new book, maybe a recipe book, who knows, cookbook. But you're learning something new, maybe not just cooking, because I know Libra love food anyway. They love luxury and nice things, so I'm sure they can cook. But you might learn something else this week. Sofiane is joining us, by the way. We'll talk to him in a bit. He's joining us in the meeting from Dubai. And then we have the Scorpio. So Scorpio for you reconnects with, it's a little bit like for the Gemini, if I may say, it's reconnecting with ancient wisdom, you know, where you come from, what did you bring in this life with you, what in all these, you know, religions and concepts could help you right now with starting this year 2021. So it's kind of a very deep like connection where you come from. There's Jan that's coming as well in the meeting, so I know it's going to be fun. When Jan is here every week, we know it's going to be always a fun story. We talk about our love life and we always want to know what happens, so I'm excited. Jan is in the room as well. And then we have Sagittarius. So I know Adiba is a Sagittarius, like a lot of people. It's it's kind of over your time because we passed December 21st, so your birthday is over, but still, it's still a little bit Sagittarius because I always associate, you know, December to Sagittarius. So for you this week, let me check on my little thing. This week is very much about, I think, did I say Scorpio? Did I say Scorpio, by the way, or did I miss Scorpio? Could somebody help me there?
Huh?
Did I say Scorpio yet or not? Amish, you were connected.
Yeah, I think you did say Scorpio. I just don't remember exactly since I was thinking about, because you were talking about Libra.
Yes, I was talking about Libra, and then I think I skipped Scorpio, didn't I? I totally did skip Scorpio, I think. Or maybe I said it already. No, I said Libra, I was going to learn something new this week.
Yes, you did.
Maybe like a recipe book or something, because I like, you know, good things and good things in life. And then Scorpio was reconnects. Yes, sometimes I'm a little bit, because I talk a lot, I kind of confuse everything. But anyway, Scorpio this week was very much about reconnecting with your past life. And then I was with your ancient wisdom. And then I had Sagittarius, who is Adiba, by the way. And it's very much a teacher this week, you know. So you're teaching, people are asking you for questions. And yes, so this week, Sagittarius is a teacher. We're learning, we're listening to you for this week, Sagittarius. And then we have Capricorn. By the way, Amish, I was just testing you. I just wanted to make sure you were listening to what I was saying. It was a trick. I'm tricking you guys to see if you're listening or doing something else on your phone at the same time. You gotta listen. And then we have Capricorn. So Capricorn now this month, it is your time. It is your sign, you know. So what I see for you is emotional healing. So, you know, take advantage of the fact that you're in the middle of everything this month. It's your birthday month. Take the love wherever you can get. You know, people need to help you now, be a little bit with you, accompany you as well, you know, in the future. So you need emotional healing. Take anything you can that's going to make your heart feel better this month or this week, I would say, from Sunday to Sunday. And then we'll see. Next week is going to be another story. And then we have Aquarius. Aquarius is very much the dreamer. You are very much in like, you know, dreaming. Pay attention to what you're dreaming about. What were your dreams? And actually, Aquarius is very lucky because, you know, you are going to be on the age of Aquarius for the next 2,000 years. So, you know, just Aquarius, 2,000 years, it's a long time. So you are going to be ruling everything and you are already. So pay attention to your dreams because you might have some dreams about the future, you know, and you might want to tell us about it, by the way. And we might want to follow you because you are at the center of everything, you know, Aquarius. So get ready. And then we have Pisces. Pisces, don't let people enter your personal bubble, you know, because sometimes people want to enter your life, enter your heart. They want to know everything and kind of like break the ice around you. But no, keep them at a distance. Not everyone needs to know everything that's happening in your heart. And sometimes people, can damage you when they enter too much in your bubble, in yourself, So keep the healthy boundaries, and stay, keep the wall around you, because, not everyone has a right to enter your heart. Voila. So that was for the astrology for this week. I hope everyone's looking forward for this week according to the sign. Jan, what's your sign? You're Aquarius, right? I remember that. Yes? Are you Aquarius, Jan? I think you are. Okay, she's saying yes. Okay, cool. So now what we're going to do is very simple. I have my decks of cards. So I show them to you. So this is a Marseille Tarot, because I'm always being told I don't show my cards enough. So you can see my cards, Marseille Tarot. It's a very old tarot deck from Marseille, from France, obviously. It's very classic, and I find it quite accurate for precise questions and precise answers. This is a Tsar Tarot that I use. It's got all these orthodox images on it, and it's gold and red, and I like it too. I find it very dreamy. It's beautiful. So you can see my Tsar Tarot, yeah? And then you can see my crystal cards that I use for the astrology, and it gives you advice. There's always a message, and there's a crystal that's good for you according to the question you're asking me. So now what we're going to do, I'm going to respond to all your questions. I'm sure you have a lot of questions that says things to tell me, and I have things to tell you as well. So usually what I do, I talk to one person on Zoom, and then I check on the message that people are sending me on everywhere, like YouTube. That arrives on this other little system on the right, and then I give answers. So I kind of alternate. So now I think the first person that was in, I think it was you, Amish, if I can remember. I don't know if it was Adiba or Amish, but let's.
I think it was Adiba. Okay.
Adiba was here first?
I think she was here first before. I remember her being here with you.
Okay, ladies first. So let's start with Adiba. Adiba, are you still around? I'm sure you are.
Yeah, I'm still
Yes,
around.
okay, great. So can you put your sound a little higher so we can hear you?
Can you hear me now?
No, we can't hear you. We need higher, por favor.
A little bit more?
Yes, a little bit more, please, so we can hear you.
Can you hear me
Maybe
now?
if you come closer to your device, that would improve.
Advice. She's good in tech. She's telling you, be a little closer to the mic, eat the mic.
Yes.
I think this is the closest I can be now.
All right, so get very close to it and ask your question, and then we're going to talk to you. How have you been this week?
So this week has been very hard, very rough, and very emotional for me, actually.
All right.
So mainly the thing is that I kind of messed it up with the L.
Yes.
And we kind of, I had another argument with him. And currently, it's like the argument was yesterday, and I still don't have the courage to tell him anything because I had another argument with him before too. And so it's like, I just don't know what to do about it, and I feel kind of lost because I think I realized how much time I invested in him.
Yes.
And I did not invest time on myself, and as always, I am quite lost in whatever I'm doing or what I need to do in life or anything like that.
All right, Adiba. So I'm going to remind everyone a little bit, you are in this relationship with this person that we call L, and L has suffered a lot in his life. And I felt that you were going to be some kind of guidance for him. And so you are really good for him. You are part of his destiny. But obviously, he's not always ready, to get guidance from you. And so it's a little bit complicated because he suffered a lot. And for you, it's difficult as well because giving, it's sort of like giving. There's a moment where you're like, I just give you everything. Give me a little bit as well, So it feels a bit like that for you, I guess. Maybe that's why you had these arguments with him. What is the question? Do you want a message from the crystal cards and see what they want to tell you for this week, what you should be doing in this situation?
I just want to know what the cards want me to know for now.
All right, I'm going to get a crystal card, Adiba, and see what is the message for you, what you should do right now. So with this situation, what is the message from the crystal card? Let me check for you and L. What's the one that tells? The card that comes up is protection, So from now on, you might need, as it says, to protect yourself, This is a black tourmaline that I'm wearing, It's a good card as well that can filter the bad things that can come from him to you. Because people who suffer, unfortunately, can sometimes bring bad things to you when they are not fully healed from what, maybe make them suffer. So you might want to protect yourself a little bit from him at the moment. And I think the fact that you had an argument with him is because your soul told you to protect yourself, you know, from it was a little bit too much. So it's about protection. Now think about you right now for maybe the next week, the next 2 weeks, protect yourself. Think about how you can protect yourself from any negative vibes you could get from him. Even though he doesn't mean to be negative, but the relationship can be negative for you at some point because you need to really think about what you need.
Definitely.
Yeah, so I think this week it's about refocusing on your needs, what you really need. And anything that cannot give you that right now need to be a little bit on the side, you know, so you don't need to reconnect with him, I feel. Protect yourself a little bit, reconnect with people that belong to what's good for you, good friends, you know, connect with these people right now. You need to kind of like get that back to you and protect yourself a bit from him. And then you will reconnect a bit later with him. That's what I feel from the cards for you.
Thank you. It's because I'm quite like nervous about reconnecting with what I need. Especially because it's like I have energy sprouts and stuff, but it's not stable, I guess. The
Right.
energies and everything.
Well, you know, sometimes, once again, as I said, you can connect with crystals, you know. So I suggested, I think, the amethyst for you last time. It's definitely a crystal that is good. And this other crystal I came for you today was the Shattuckite. It also has a funny name, but Shattuckite. You have to Google it. It's a crystal that is a mix of malachite and chrysocolla. And it's found in Africa, but you can find it online anyway. Shattuckite is the crystal of the teacher, and it's very good for Sagittarius this week. So I am recommending that for you this week. All right? And like reconnect with the crystals, and you get guidance and messages.
Thank you.
Hello? All right, cool. I'm going to move on to the next person for this week because we have quite a few questions and everyone wants to know what's going to happen, and we want to know what's happening in your life too. So there's someone on a Periscope. That sometimes people ask questions on Periscope as well because you can connect to Twitter, and that's where the question came in. So Dean is asking, hi, please, can you give me a reading, medium? Well, today I have to remind that this is the RTWM Tarot Live. So we do tarot, but on Mondays, there's another show called Talk to Spirits. So it's tomorrow Monday at 6 p.m. LA time. We connect with spirits. But today with the RTWM Tarot Live, it's one question. Everyone asks one question, and I use the tarot and I respond to your question. So find me a question with tarot, Dean, on Periscope, write it down and I will respond shortly. Thank you. And now we can talk to the other person. It was Amish, who was next. So Amish, hello.
Hey, how are you, Raphael?
How are you? It's been a while. How have you been? How have you been?
I've been doing well. I started working with someone who ended up being narcissistic.
Oh, that happens.
So that was not. So it wasn't so cool, but they got me into going into a different direction with work, and I went into a business school for my MBA.
All right, that's wonderful then. That's good.
So I then took this emphasis called project management because it felt right. Not so much that I knew where my directions are going with it. And so I was going to ask the tarot cards if they can see where I would be best utilized within the scope for doing project management, which is scheduling, budgeting, and helping establish any project that has a deadline.
All right. So
is that a possibility?
I guess it would be, but I don't know if I'm going to get like the right section in marketing, you know, what is exactly, you know, where you will be the most needed. But I understand your question. Let me see, you know, because that could be television, that could be, you know, like working for an Instagram company or social media or something like that. So let's see, you know, I want to look into that. I get a product as well. It could be for a new product. Someone's phone's ringing. No, it's fine. It's fine. So let me see for you, Amish, you know, what I can see, where would be the best for you. And I'm going to pick some cards and see, you know, I'm just going to see, would it be like for a product, for instance, you know, like a big product. So that could be for, you know, like an iPhone, for instance. Yeah. That would be a good idea to work for Apple and then maybe do product. So let me see if that would be good for you. No, that's not the best for you. Probably not for a product. Let me see for like social media, you know, if you should be working like, you know, in this social media thing, marketing in the social media, if that's where it would be a good fit for you. So let me see. Maybe I'm going to hire you at some point, you know, who knows? So let me see if it's good for you. Social media, that kind of field. Let me see. No, that doesn't seem to be, no, this is not the right thing for you either. What would be the other options? Can I check a little bit?
Sure. An idea that popped in my head in the past was maybe working on at a, like, I don't know, like an airport, or working at.
All right. Okay. I get
like,
it.
you know, something in a, you know, government based, where I'd be helping with the road systems and maybe making a little bit more streamlined for
Let me
the
see.
citizens.
Let me see if that's a good idea. Yeah, actually, you know, it's funny, but this one, you have the judgment card. So it says like, this is exactly what you should be doing, because they don't have enough people doing that and doing it well, and you would be an asset for them. So because I have the judgment, that's the answer. You should definitely be working for them. That would be successful and work for you. Absolutely. It really feels that way. So yes, that is your answer. Working for government, airports, roads, you know, something government-based would be very good for you. It seems that way. And but the funding they have, they don't pay very well. That's a thing you need to. But it's fast. It's interesting as a job, and you'll be needed there. You said utilize. So you want to be useful with what you do. So they don't pay great, but that would be very good for you, and you would really be a great asset for them. So yes, I would say yes. It seems that this is what's going to work for you. Yeah,
cool.
They're waiting for you.
Sweet. My second question, if I could.
We only have one question each, because you know what? Everyone in this planet is self-focused, and everyone wants to have the answer to that question. Let's be honest, you know.
That's true.
So
that's true.
So I'm going to try to be fair, you know, because sometimes we're right at the end of the show, and then I can't answer everyone. So, but stay with us, and you know what? Sometimes you can get another question. That has happened quite a few times. So, you know, be hopeful. Maybe we'll talk to you again. Now I'm going to go next and talk to the next person. I don't know if it was Jan or if it was Sofiane. Okay, you know what? Sofiane always has to go to bed early because it's midnight in Dubai. So do you mind if Sofiane talks first? Because then he needs to go to bed, and after that he complains. So, you know, we have to always satisfy everyone. Sofiane, are you around?
Hi. Yes, I am here. Sorry, I have a problem with my camera today. I don't know.
Don't worry, never mind. As long as we can hear you.
It's not working. Yeah, perfect. So you can hear me now, right?
We can hear you. Yeah, we can't see you, but we imagine.
Okay,
we have imagination.
Yeah, perfect.
So Sophia, what is your question today?
I just have. My question is a bit like general. Like, is there any guidance, any advice for me? Like either like, I don't know, just like a big one. So I know it's not the best for you, but
no, because you know it's more like, you know, I ask for a specific question usually, but you know what? I'm just going to pick a crystal card and see what is the advice for you, Sofiane. Let me see what is the advice for you, because Sofiane hates crystal cards, but because he did not follow the rules, I'm going to use a crystal card for you. But they're amazing. I think I'm going to give you. Say it. Tell me.
Like a punishment.
It's not a punishment, it's a privilege. So let me see with the crystal what I want to tell you this week, because I'm sure you really need to focus on the crystals anyway. They have great messages for you, and let's see what they want to tell you for this general question. What is the message from the crystal card for you? Clarity. Be clear with what you want, you know. You need more clarity. Just like with this question, you know, you asked me a general question, be more clear about everything. It's a time to kind of clean up everything, maybe in your computer as well. You know, it might be a moment to kind of refocus and know exactly what it is you need to do, who you need to connect, who you need to email right now. Clarity, but it will come back to you. That's what's coming to you. But show clarity, you will have clarity. That's how I see it for you for this week, Sofiane. Yes? Maybe there are things that are a bit cluttered or a bit messy. You need to kind of bring be clear. Yeah. Do a little bit of a cleanup.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah, indeed. That's why actually I was asking just about guidance, because things are a little bit like, I'm a little bit lost. So that's why actually I wanted to know exactly what's
I hear you, but you know, I think sometimes you are lost because you can't see, and sometimes you can't see when there's a lot of clutter. This is so true, especially in your computer. Sometimes you clear up a lot of things, and then you find out the essential. And even with you, sometimes, you know, you are worried about your work situation and things like that. By clearing everything, you remember what was the essential to do, and then you do it, and then everything works out. And I feel that this is a message for you this week. Is it what you're going to do?
I hope so. Yeah, I would definitely try to do
you
this.
Have
Thank
to
you so much.
All right, do it, okay?
I would definitely. All right, thanks, guys. So now it's almost 1 a.m. I have to go to bed.
All right.
So I'll talk to you next week.
Absolutely. See you on Wednesday. No, sorry, on Friday now for this French psychic show I'm doing every Friday. We'll see you there if you want. Yeah. Okay. Sounds great.
Yeah, I would definitely. All right. Thank you.
Take
guys.
care.
Bye.
Okay, see you soon. Let me see what's going on with Periscope. Okay, the person didn't put another question. By the way, I shall remind you that you can subscribe. That would be so great if you could subscribe to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Raphael Psychic. I'm sure Amish has subscribed already because I see him smiling. And I see someone in YouTube saying, hello, Creative Intelligence, which is another subscriber, who is, I'm sure, going to ask a question. So Creative Intelligence on YouTube, you can ask her a question. And now I'm going to talk to Jan, because she's been waiting forever with her phone. Jan, how are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm good. I wanted to update. So,
of course, we need to know.
Hot guy is such a liar.
Who said that to you?
You. I didn't really believe how much of a liar he was, but he's a very big liar.
So do you want to tell us a little more about it? Because we want to know. You are like a show. Every week you're part of it. You know, we want to know what happened because but I shall remind people watching, Jan met this guy who's really gorgeous, but who I felt was a little bit of a liar, crook, and so, she still saw him knowing that, maybe it was not completely 100% true what he was saying. And then, week after week, we see kind of what's happening. So Jan, what happened? What did he lie about?
Where he lives.
Where does he live? Like in an area that doesn't match? All right.
Yeah. Like I go see him in this apartment and I realize he doesn't live there.
All right. Yeah. So, well. But where does he live? You found out in the end where he lives, or you're not sure?
I don't know, but I'll talk to him. I'm curious.
Yeah, that's really weird. All right. Well, just be careful, make sure that you know where you are going, because you never know. There's so many crazies, especially, like in your area. No, it's true. Like, sometimes like LA can be a little bit freestyle. You could meet people that are a little bit crazy. So just be, anywhere in the world, not just in LA, but LA sometimes has some people that create stories. So, they're very creative. So
I know his job is real. So at least that, because he actually called me from his office and then I looked it up online. And so what he said he does, he actually does. So he's not, but he doesn't live in that apartment. I don't know what that apartment's for.
Well, that's weird. That's weird. So what would be your question today? What do we want to know now?
Well, you said that I should listen to my dreams, but I've been having bad dreams every night.
But sometimes bad dreams, are a bit of an advice, So if you see something bad in your dream, maybe it means you need to eliminate that from your life, what you saw in the dream or what it represents. So it can be guidance as well. They don't have to be fabulous.
Oh, okay. I don't know if I have it. I was going to ask you about my dreams, but I guess that's...
You can if you want. Is there a dream in particular you want me to, to see, to tell you more, to explore, to tell you more?
I don't remember them. I remember them the minute I wake up, and then.
So what I recommend when you dream, always have a notebook next to you with a pen and write it down. And then when you wake up, you can, revisit it and read it. And sometimes even after a few weeks, you read it again and you're like, I can't believe I dreamt that. And then the sense of that dream come back to you. And even in years later, in the dreams, the dreams are a connection with other dimensions, and there's so much you dream every night and so many elements and guidance you get that you lose when you wake up because you're like, oh, I forgot. Write it down, and then you will have like a lot of guidance. You should do that, and we can talk about it once you write them down because you don't remember.
Right. So I should tell you my dream?
If you want, yes. We can
I was thinking, so yes, last week you were saying how I needed to get a PR person.
Yes.
But I don't think that's because I have to write to the person myself, like the agent myself. Like I can't have, like The PR
Oh yes,
person.
I remember what we saw last week. So I remember, I remind everyone as well, because people don't, not everyone know you. A lot of people know you, but not everyone. So Jan writes books, and she's now like kind of trying to, you know, publish her next book, I think. And you are trying to find the right agent for it that could represent you and find you the right deal, and you know. And so I was suggesting her to hire a PR. But the PR, what they would do for you is write articles about you and make your image out there more known. So it's not really a person calling agents for you, but it's a person changing your image and making it more out there. So that's what I was talking about, you know. So it could also be an Instagram specialist, or it can be, but someone that can put your image more out there, talk about you, create stories about you. So you know, to create like a mystery around you, so people really want to read your book and meet you. So that part, maybe you haven't been taking care of it enough, and you need more of that, you know, be more, and then the agent could come quicker. That's what I felt last week for you.
Right. So I was thinking, do you have a name of an agent? Because last time you said that was the name of a publisher you gave me. So I was wondering if like you could find the name of an agent and I can look them up.
So strangely, the first thing that comes to me is something with A or something like A. There's an A on it, you know. So it starts with, and it could be just letters. So A agent or something with an A. That's the first thing that came to me. A agent, agent something. It starts with an A. That's what I would say. So in the list, you know, maybe, you know, there's probably a big agent list, and it would be A something, A agents, or that's a word I have in my mind. Once again, it's not the only option, but that's what I'm feeling for you. Something with A, like American Airlines, but it's an agent that's called a little bit like that.
Okay.
A agents, yeah. A
plus
agent, A. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling for you.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
All right. All right, wonderful. Great. So now we're going to check a little bit on YouTube what is happening. So there's Sonia who's saying hi to us on Facebook at the same time. And then who's this person? Creative Intelligence says, thank you, please. If you could tell me when to post. Just post here. Okay, so she says, sorry, yeah, she got it. The person says, I would like to know what are who's a Cancer, the intention. So someone who's Cancer is what has the intention for creative intelligence, that person on YouTube. So let me see, I'm going to see what the intention of V are towards you. Creative intelligence, who's a girl, by the way. She says she's a female. Okay, so let's see what the intentions are. I'm just trying to translate everything because on YouTube people have nicknames, you know, so sometimes there's all kind of things, so it's difficult to know if it's like boy, girl, you know, so, but it's a girl. So let me see with V what is going on for you. Okay, so V's here, you here, and what's going on? V's here, you're here. It's interesting. I feel that, you know, the card that comes up is a Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune sometimes is like something that happens by chance. You know, we don't know, we're not really sure what he wants to do with you, but it seems that this person, from what I feel, there's a star coming as well. I think this person wants to help you. They want to help you with work. They want to help you create something. And they kind of are a bit of a gift from the sky, if I may say. So they're quite positive for you to help you with what you're trying to achieve right now. I don't know if there's a love interest. I don't feel that way. I feel this person wants to help you. They want to help you with your achievements. So I hope I was able to respond to your question. Creative Intelligence, who did subscribe, I'm sure, to my channel, youtube.com/Raphael Psychic. I hope everyone, Adiba, did you subscribe? Awesome, that's great. I wonder if Bo subscribed, but she will tell us in a second if she did subscribe to the channel. And now we have Gabriella.
I did.
Oh, she did. Very happy. Thank you so much. You know what? Now is your turn then. You're going to ask us a question.
No. I'll wait another couple of minutes. I'm in the car. So take another question if you don't mind.
All right, okay. No problem. Okay. So we're problem. So we're going to talk. No problem. We're going to talk to Gabriella then, because she just joined us on Zoom. Gabriella, are you around? Are you in the house? Is she or is she not? Hello? I'm not sure. So let me check if she's here. I see her, but I see a purple window. Okay, and I'm going to hear you.
Ciao. Hi.
Okay. Okay, it's purple. I like this color. It's nice. So.
Hi, Raphael.
All right. Hi. Can you ask, how have you been? I can't hear you very well. Do you have a good microphone thing?
Yeah, I supposed to have a microphone.
All right. I think we can hear you. What is your question today, Gabriela? What would you like to ask? And then I'm going to tell you what the card want to tell you.
Yes, well, for the situation of my husband's job,
Yes.
I mean, we should maybe move in another apartment because the rent for the income that we had right now, it's high. But I don't know if he will be able to have another job, and then the question is, should we move or we have to wait a little bit?
All right, so let me take a look. According to the situation, should you move to a new apartment or maybe wait because things might get better? So let me shuffle the cards and tell you what should you do. Should you move or should you stay? So if you stay, if you move, okay, so you're staying, you're moving. I think you need to move. That's what I'm feeling, because if you stay, it's going to cost really too much. You know, the card that comes up is the, I forgot how, it's a tower in English. I forgot the name. The tower means you could get in trouble. So you want to move. Yes, it feels that way. You have to move. Yeah.
Okay.
Feels like you should move now, because otherwise in the long run, it's going to be a problem. And if you move, you're going to be very happy because the words card's coming up. So moving as well is going to be a better place for you. And also, you know, Gabriela, sometimes where you live, even if you like it, you think it's nice, sometimes it has a bad impact on your career and on your vibe. You know, it's very feng shui. So maybe that place somehow is not the best for you and for your husband. That's why you need to move anyway. And there is another place for you that's going to be really nice and you're going to like it. So look already, it's a good idea to do that. Anyway, you know, work or not work, it's a good idea to move and there will be something very good for you. Much better.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Raphael. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Thank you for asking us this question. It's great to see you every week. I hope you had a nice Christmas celebration, by the way, and that you are preparing for the new year. Yeah, we have a lot of questions. What is going to happen in this new year, 2021? Honestly, I mean, with all this mess, you know, we don't know. It's going to be a surprise. And today we are answering all your questions about the future, about the present. We can talk about love, work, money, destiny, career, anything you want to ask me. We can talk about COVID as well, because I think we see a lot about it on TV. People wonder if the vaccine is going to work or not, or this or that, a fight. So nobody knows anything right now. And we all have all these questions about the future. You can, of course, subscribe to my channel. Jan, are you subscribed as well? Did you subscribe? Yes? All right. YouTube.com/Raphael Psychics. Very simple. You just go there, click on it. You can join us in the Zoom today by writing theworldsmedium.com/live shows on your laptop or on your phone. You can also book a private reading with me, I forgot to say, by visiting rtwm.as.me. And then it's private and nobody knows what we're talking about, and we can focus on you and nobody will know anything. The secret, everything will be super secret. And now I want to see a little bit what is happening on the chat, okay? I forgot to say, wherever you see that window when I'm talking and interacting, you can write in your question, type in your question. I get the question on my little system, and then I can tell you what I see. And then I'm going to pick a card for Dean, who was asking on a, how's it called again? Periscope, yeah, which is connected to Twitter. They wanted to know a little bit, you know, an advice from the card. So I'm going to get a crystal card and see what they want to tell us for him, for Dean. You know, what is the crystal card message for you, Dean, on Periscope? The card that comes up is like crocoite. I don't know how to say it in English, but maybe somebody helps me. But crocoite is this amazing red crystal that's connected to sexuality, you know? So there's something about it. You need to really, there's a lot of things you can learn through sexuality, through how you connect with sexuality. And because your question was a little bit connected to mediumship, there is something out there that can speak to you in how you live your sexuality. There is something in connection with that where you need to, you know, you can get a lot of messages from that, from how it happens, how you, the vision you have of your sexuality. You know, there's a lot of things connected to that can give you guidance, you know, and insights on where you come from. There's something about it that appears in your sexuality. So that's the message for you today, Dean. And then let's see if Bo finished driving and parking somewhere. I'm not sure. Bo, are you parked somewhere? Because now would be your turn.
I'm
Bo,
here. Yes.
Perfect. We're all synchronized. How are you doing, Bo? It's been a little while since last week.
Yes. I want to say that it was a good week for me. I hope it was a good week for you too.
Yes, it was wonderful. Absolutely.
Yes. I put a dent in my car, but things are working out well, I think. So yes, I'm pleased. And I did subscribe to your channel.
Thank you, Bo. I appreciate that. You see, it was simple, wasn't it?
Follow you there.
Yes. Ah, that's great. I really appreciate that.
And my question today is about the house.
Yes.
It is still not on the market, which I like. And I'm wondering what can happen or what I can do. And maybe it is my son-in-law, I mean, stepson, who can do something to take it off the market. I just wonder if he can do it or what I can do about it. I mean, one or the other, but maybe can he do something and take it off the market?
All right, so I just remind everyone a little bit the situation. There's a house you live in with your husband, and then there's a stepson as well, and they want to sell it, but you don't want the house to sell. You want it to stay that way, you know, and not sell. And so the question is, I did not exactly, you're asking me, is there something you can do to put it off the market? Is that the question? Whether it's like asking
pretty much, yes, pretty much. Who will do that? Whether it will be me or him, or I mean, if I can be of service, if I can do something about it, I will do it. But I would like some clarity as to what direction to take, and if it is if it's him, if it's my stepson, then I will have a coordinate, you know, I will act accordingly.
So what I feel with the stepson, first of all, because I had a vision as well without the cards, I feel that all he cares about is the money, you know? So if you have a way to tell him that right now the market is not good for that house and that it could sell better, maybe another time, maybe further in the time, in 1 or 2 years, that's what he wants to know. And that's how he would put it off the market, because what he wants is the money anyway. He doesn't care about, you know, it's very much as much as it can sell. So if I were you, I would try to get an estimation of the price of the house and how it used to be and how it could be in the future. You can call a real estate agent, you know, and ask them, by the way, this is my house and stuff. Do you know, this is the evaluation we have. I don't know how much it is, but anyway, just get the number and then compare to how it used to be and how it could be next year, and just see how it goes. If he sees that it goes like that, it's going to be much easier to convince him and say, you know what, the house now is going to sell for pennies, not pennies, but you know, not for a good price. It's going to sell for much more in 1 or 2 years. Why don't we just stop everything right now? It's the worst time, COVID times, whatever, you know, you find an excuse, but the first excuse is the numbers, you know, and tell him this is ridiculous to put it in the market. We're going to lose money now when we could do it another time. Let's just put it off. If you want to have any action with that, that's what I would do if I were you. That's the vision I have. Numbers. It's about the numbers. If you can show it wouldn't sell well now, it could sell much better in 1 year. Say, let's put it off the market now and put it back later. But you have to come up with the numbers, not just like, I think that. No. Today is like, I don't know, 200, and then in, you know, maybe 1 year it's 250. So
yes, I did give them a number that there would be a lot more money coming if we rent the house for a few years and then still sell it for a lot more money.
Yes, but do you have real numbers? Did you really estimate it with a real store?
Yes, I gave them some numbers, but maybe I can revisit this from a
do that again. Yes, call a good realtor. Yes, call a good realtor, you know, because not all of them are equal. Some are excellent, some don't care. So find one that's very good and it can give the estimation. And you can also see on the, do you know what I mean? Sometimes you can see like a graph on special area, you know, and it says how it goes from year to years. Some areas like downtown LA used to be like pennies, you know, like, I don't know, maybe 15 years ago. And now it's like everyone for a while wanted a loft downtown LA. But for a while, nobody wanted to live there and the prices were crappy, you know, like it felt like crappy. So nobody wanted to live downtown LA. Now everyone wanted to live in downtown LA and cost a fortune. So there might be something, you know, and you could have shown that on a graph, you know, that with all the new buildings that were going to be developed. So you might be able to do the same with the house you have and show that right now it's kind of so-so, and then it could go absolutely crazy in like 1-2 years. Or yeah, so get the numbers.
And because you and I were talking, yes, you and I were talking that it's not going to happen.
No, it's not going to happen anyway, but
selling.
right now it would make you feel better if the house is not on the market. That's what I was replying to your question in the moment, in the immediate, how to get the house out of the market now.
Right.
So that's the answer. By showing numbers that the numbers
will I be successful?
I think so.
Will I be successful in putting it off?
That's a question. Let me see. That's kind of another question. But anyway, I would say so.
Because, I'm sorry.
Because that's the answer already. I told you, if you show the numbers, that would be a way for him to want to put it off the market. So yes, so that's what the cards say. So I think it's clear. Yes, if you do that, yes.
That's what she's looking for.
So that's kind of what you want to do, really. 100% numbers. That's what this person really wants to hear. So yeah, it's very, that's what I recommend.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Sounds good.
Wonderful. Thank you for joining. I hope you will be with us as well tomorrow for the
thank you.
If you have time.
I'll try. I keep forgetting, but I'll try at 6 o'clock.
Tomorrow, 6 o'clock p.m., LA time, talk to spirit, we connect with spirits, and it's quite interesting. It's a fun experience, We've done it twice already. It's going to be the third time tomorrow.
Yeah, I would love that. Both my mom and dad are deceased, so
we could try to connect
with them. A message, yes, would be nice.
So connect with us, and then we'll start with you and see,
what you're doing. Yes, thank you.
And I'm sure they have messages. By the way, I think they have messages for you. So
good.
Connect. Join us tomorrow.
I love them so much. Yes.
I know. So they will connect. Yeah. Okay. So I will.
Bless your heart. Thank you, Raphael.
Bless your heart too, Bo, and I'll talk to you soon. And now we have cheese pie. I like the name. I love cheese pie. The eating cheese pie on YouTube was asking us, hi, I would like to know where is my sister's passport. So it is not a difficult question at all. I wanted to say, but let me see. First of all, I want to say that, trying to find objects, sometimes I can. So I'm going to focus on it and see what visions I have for your passport. So obviously your sister must have lost a passport, or let me see where I see it. So I have to draw a little bit on my side to draw the passport and see what I feel from it. The passport is here. I feel that it fell on the floor somewhere, I feel there's things on it. It fell somewhere. So it could be in the middle of mess, there might be some mess in a room somewhere, or it's hard for me to say if it's like in one of her room, but I see the passport fell under some clothes and things, and it's not garbage, but it's a lot of clutter on top of it. So the passport is in the middle of things, like at a place where it should not be. It's not in a drawer. I don't feel that it's lost on the street. It's more like in a house in the middle of a lot of things. What could have happened, she could have like a bag where the passport got mixed with the clothes and everything. She could have opened the bag and put all the mess somewhere. And it feels like the passport is in there with all that mess. So I don't know where she emptied some bag that had the passport in, but the way she did it is definitely not the most clever way to make sure you find the passport. It's mixed with a lot of clothes and things and thrown like there. That's what I'm feeling. And once again, I don't feel it's in the street. I feel it could also be in the basement of a building where you do the laundry. There could be a place where there's all these clothes and then the passport is in there. So she needs to look into that, into the laundry, the clothes, where she throw the clothes, the towels. When you go traveling, sometimes you open your bag, you throw everything somewhere, especially the clothes, and the passport could have gone with the clothes, I mean, usually not, it should be on your wallet, but all kind of things can happen to passports, and you never know, and depending on the time, maybe it was late when she got, back, or, so I feel it's in the middle of there, under it, so she needs to go through clothes, a place that has a lot of things accumulated on top of each other, and it's not garbage, but it looks a little bit of garbage because it's really thrown there. So she needs to look there. I hope I was able to bring you a little bit of clarity in that. Yes, that's really what I'm sensing under the clothes. Wherever she has clothes, it could also be on the closet, mind you. Sometimes people don't really tidy their closet very well. That's why there are some specialists that help you, tidying everything. It is possible that she just threw everything at the bottom of the closet with clothes and a bit of a mess in there. And then the passport will be totally in the middle, like, yeah. under, and you know, like yeah, that's probably why she doesn't find it. So tell her to tidy her room. That's the advice for 2021. Go tidy that room and you will get your passport and be able to travel. All right, so that's what I wanted to tell you, Chispai. And thank you for I hope you're subscribing to my YouTube channel. I would imagine you do, and I'm hoping for more fun questions like this one, and I hope she's going to find it. I'm sure she will. All right, so now we are back on the Zoom meeting. So if someone, I think Adiba needs a little bit more guidance right now, because she looked a little bit frustrated before when I said, you know, you just need to an amethyst, and she wants more guidance. So Adiba, do you want to ask us another question? I think you're calling from the UK, and so, you know, you can ask another question because you're still with us, and I would be happy to respond.
So mainly when you said about how I need to clear off from negative energies, which I'm trying my best to do, actually.
Yes.
I was wondering what right now, mainly, other than focusing on other people, focusing on myself, what is like the path to take for focusing on myself, really? Because if that makes sense, almost like.
Yes, I understand. Well, yeah, I get it. So let me get a crystal card for that and see what they want to tell you, you know, what would be the path for you to focus on yourself rather than focusing on others or anything that bothers you. So let me see what will be the path. What do the crystal card want to tell us on that? Okay, so let me see what I'm getting. It's interesting. The card that comes up as well is about defining, I think, who you really are and where the limits are with the other people. So you have a tendency, I think, to kind of blend, you know, with other people. So if someone has a problem, you feel like you're part of, you know, you're completely blending, you're very much on an empath, I would say. Some people can feel what other people feel, and then they forgot, hang on a second, somebody's crying next to me and I'm crying as well. Why am I crying? I'm not sad to start with, you know. I can help them, but I don't have to be crying at the same time because I'm making myself miserable now. And what just happened, you know? So it's very much about understanding, you know, where the limit starts. So it would be very much about asking yourself why you do that. You know, why do you feel that you don't have the right to not cry when someone next to you is crying? Because you have the perfect right to, maybe not to laugh at them, but you have the right to be happy when someone next to you is crying. You can help them if they ask for help, but you don't have to cry because someone is crying. So it's very much about reestablishing these limits around you. You know, why do other people, what they feel, the feelings they have, if they're angry at you, or why does it affect you too much? And why don't you allow yourself to just say, you know what, wall, the curtain's down now, leave me alone. Just in your mind, you know? And you have to work on that. You have to establish that. The crystal as well that comes is red jasper. You know, it's healthy boundaries. So maybe that could be a good stone for you to meditate with. I like the stone because when you really take the time, you know, you can really sit down somewhere, put it in your hand, close your eyes and see what's coming into your mind. You can very much get messages that will help you to create these boundaries and understand why when somebody's crying next to you, you have to cry as well. Because deep down, you must not cry. You should not cry. A lot of people say I'm an empath. You know, when someone's angry, upset, I'm upset too. When someone's crying, I'm crying. When someone's screaming, I'm screaming. This is not right. You know, when someone's crying, fine. You know, you can help them. You want some support so you can feel good, like I feel good, but you don't have to cry like them. You know, it's so you have to understand that and create that and ask yourself, what makes you that way, you know? And I think deep down is because maybe you were not given the right to really be yourself and to express yourself. So you had to kind of blend into what was said and be in the group, you know? So it's a special way of, you know, being raised, you know, it can happen that way. But then you have to redefine who are you, you know, and where are the limits? So, and then and expand the limits, expand, you know, who you are. And as a result, when someone cries and you're happy, you stay happy because it's your bubble, it's your house, and you don't have to do what other people do, or you are not, you know, you're not obliged to do that, you know. So you have to work on that. That will work for your relationship as well with this person. When they are sad or when they have issues, you feel part of it. You're not part of it. You can help them, understand them, you know, make them feel better, hug them, but you don't have to. You're not part of it. You don't belong to what they went through. You have your own bubble. So it's very much about defining that, you know? You don't have to pay for other problems, or other people's problems or worries or what they went through. You did not go through it, you know, you have a different story. and you can help them. By the way, I would like to recommend you to watch the interview I made recently of Mel Yost, you know, who wrote a book called Facing the Truth of Your Life. It's an interview on YouTube. If you subscribe to my YouTube, you can have access to it. It's a 1-hour interview. And it's someone that I met when I was in Mexico, a writer from LA, from America, from California. He wrote this amazing book that really, really helps you as well to define what the limits are, and that you must not always pay for somebody else's problems or issues. And you know, you have the right to be happy even if the whole world around you is crying. Who cares? You can keep your happiness. That's what really matters. And this is something you need to explore and develop. This is the path for you, the path. Yeah.
Thank you. Also, I wanted to add that when you talked about Jan about the book, when you said Instagram, it kind of popped up in my head that, oh, I actually have a feeling like I could help out here.
You could help Jan?
Yeah.
Well, you guys should connect, you know, it's anyone can always use some Instagram help and marketing. So who knows, UK, LA, there could be a connection in there. You can, I think you can message each other if you want on the Zoom side, and you can send each other's email or something. And then you can always check what you guys are doing and how you can help each other. Yeah, that sounds great. So I see there are some messages on the chat. So it's always funny because, you know, I start the show and then when it's getting to an end, because we have 5 minutes left, everyone's asking questions. So we have someone called Food Happy. So that sounds funny too, like cheese pie. I like food. So new here, can I ask a question? Of course you can ask a question. This is a free show where everyone can participate and ask questions. So I remind you, it's free. So this person, Food Happy on YouTube, who I hope is a subscriber on youtube.com/RaphaelPathé, asking a question I want to ask about my Gemini X, if he will come back towards me. So let me see with you, Food Happy, if your Gemini X gonna come towards you. So let me take a look. Is your Gemini X coming towards you? So, okay, something, yes, no, come. Absolutely, yes. Your X is coming back to you 100%, and you are going to reconcile yourself with him. And I'm going to show you why. You know, this is very much a card that says yes. It's like it's really coming to you. This is a coin card that usually says that something's being given to you. It can talk about money, but in that sense, it's like this person is coming back to you with confidence and really back with great things for you. So I like that. And also, this is the Ace of Swords. That means, you know, signature of a contract, something is validated. So the outcome of this situation is definitely yes. And when, now you're asking me another question, Food Happy, when? I would say soon, yes, because this is winter, you know, and so, yes, I would say absolutely, yes. I feel that it will happen, really, yeah. I feel quite soon, I would say, but it really is happening. That's really what I feel is coming back, and it's a good thing. And, you know, I feel that there's something solid about it. So yes, it's, yes. But I want to remind something, Food Happy on YouTube. The timing is not always super accurate with tarot, but the answer, I think, is really accurate in that case, and it's very clear to me. So don't get super excited. I don't know if it's knocking at your door next week, but he's knocking back at your door, and he wants to be with you, I feel, and he's going to get back to you. The day exact, I don't know, but I'm glad I could make you happy. And the question was good. We had a good answer for you. And please stay with us. I'll come back next week as well. I shall remind you that on Monday, we also have Talk to Spirits, this new show that I'm doing where we talk to spirits, people who crossed over other dimensions. This is going to be the 3rd one. It's at 6 p.m. LA time every Monday. It's quite exciting. It's an interesting one. It's different. And it's an opportunity to talk to other dimensions. And also on Sunday, like every Sunday at noon LA time, you can ask your question on the RTWM Tower Live, and we can ask, or you can actually respond to your questions about past, present, future. We can talk about love, work, money, destiny, what is going to happen in 2021. And actually, this is the last one, I think, yeah, before New Year, because New Year is next Thursday. So this is the last one. So if you wanted to ask a last question, we have 2 minutes left about 2021. And anyway, in 2021, it will not be too late to ask questions about, you know, what's happening, because it's a whole year. And now we have on YouTube Inge Corti, who's saying hi, and I don't know if it's YouTube. Yeah, it is YouTube. You can ask a question if you want. You will be the last person asking a question today. So Inge Corti, you could type in your question if you want right now. I will respond to it. And if you don't, then I will say goodbye very soon. So type in your question if you want. All right, perfect. So the question is, why my ex leave me? So let me see if I get an answer to that. Why did your ex leave you? And I'm going to pick a crystal card, and that's going to be our last question for 2020. Why did your ex leave you, Inge? So let me see on YouTube what they want to tell you. The crystal cards. Oh, the card that comes in is fertility. Is there a connection with, either having a baby, or it could also be like they didn't feel like you were giving them enough. You were not giving them enough. That's what I would say. They that's why they wanted to leave you, because they didn't feel you would give them. You were generous enough, or they could be a baby as well. Get on my page is spammer. I don't know who's that person, but anyway. That's bizarre. Block user on Facebook. Sorry, I had to block someone because that was a little bit crazy what I saw. Yeah, anyway. So for you, this is what I'm feeling now. So it's because of that. They felt that you could not give them enough, And yes, when you're asking he wants a baby, I think he wanted a baby. He wants a baby. Yeah, that's the reason why he felt like going away. That's what I would say. But if you like, because I don't want to leave you that way before 2021, let's see in the cards if he's maybe going to come back, and so we'll know, at least we know what's happening for 2021, whether he wanted a baby or not. We will have more guidance for you for the last to end the show like that, so at least you will know how to start the year. And okay, easy coming back, let's just say, outcome. I think he will be coming back, by the way, so you might want to think about what I just said. And the card that comes up for the both of you is the Two of Cups. And the Two of Cups means like you are right for each other. He's a little bit strong though. He wants everything. He wants to control everything. So this is a problem for you. So it's hard to be someone very controlling, the Emperor. So it's a bit hard, but he always gets what he wants. So he can also get you, and he can get you to do what he wants. So it's a little bit scary in a way, but maybe you'd like to be guided by someone. And I feel that he's gonna come back and ask you to be with him. So yes, I do feel he's coming back with you. And then you say you are, you just wrote a message saying you are afraid to get pregnant. Well, you will work on that, and maybe you will. So this is the end for the show today. Thank you very much for watching, on YouTube, and for asking you questions on the Zoom meeting, and on Twitter. I hope you subscribe to my channel, youtube.com/RaphaelPsychic. And it's a pleasure to see you. I wish you a very happy new year, because this is the last RTWM Tarot Live of the year. So it's been, I think, the 21st episode today, and we're going to do much more. And I guess we're going to talk a lot about 2021, because it will be 2021 next Friday. So next Sunday, this is it. Transitioning, and get ready for it. I think New Year's is going to be a fun one, even if it's not a huge party, raving everywhere, and still, it's going to be a good moment. I love that transition. And, after this year, that was really, weird. This should not be an excuse to not celebrate, whether you are alone on Zoom, or whether you are with friends, or whatever you're doing. Celebrate, put some candles, smoke some weed or whatever. Find something that makes you happy, but do not stay at home thinking, oh my God, what a crappy year. What am I going to do in 2021? No, celebrate, get ready for it. You have 3 days to get ready. I will celebrate. I don't care, close in the house or not. Celebration is the word for the 31st. And I feel very good and very positive about 2021. So you take care. Thank you for watching. And I will see you next week then on Sunday in 2021. Bye. Thanks.